You don't even drink coffee.
Oh, yeah, like a milkshake or...
Oh, you get a milkshake. Oh.
You don't want to say a milkshake thing.
This includes venues as well, so when you go out, get that rig out before you get kicked out. That's something I live by.
Because I know we'd go to horse camps and you'd meet everyone, and then everyone you want to keep in touch with. You'd get on MSN, and then...
You want to readdress that?
What?
What kind of camps are you going on?
Anyway, week of a lifetime. It was absolutely massive. I was all over the place, driving hours
Didn't
and
you
hours
just
a day.
do your weekly update?
Well, that was not it. I didn't
Nozzle. Have I got you there?
Hey, mate, you've got me. You've got me.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm feeling energized.
Well, mate, I'm
Let's
feeling
go.
good, you know. I've sort of had this weird feeling all morning. You know, that angsty feeling where you feel like something's wrong, but something isn't. I never get it. So that's why I find it really strange. But now I'm talking to you, all my worries just disappear, dude.
It's kind of like you've forgotten something, and then once you start listening to the road guide and giving it 5 stars on Spotify, you realise that nothing is forgotten anymore.
Exactly. Nothing can stop you, actually, as well. You're about to get another essential life tip so that you can really just seize the day. We're all about seizing the day. We've got a really strong guide for you today, one that's going to come in handy for all our love-struck or hopeless in love roguers. But before that, let's have a quick update, an actual weekly update, amazingly. The first proper week-long weekly update. And Dos, I imagine that you're probably having a hard time making it sound sick now because previously you've farmed like 6 months of prior experiences for your weekly update, but now you've only had like a few days to think of one. What's been happening in your life, dude?
Honestly, it's been pretty chill. I hate to admit it.
Pathetic.
I honestly, I'm looking at my weekly update and it's a tough read.
It's 2 lines. 6
2
words
lines.
total.
6 words total. I don't know, the first thing's so obviously I was bragging about the osteo the other day. And well, now my hip's fucked. It's in so much more pain.
Did the osteo do it?
So he sort of said this might happen where it sort of overcorrects in the recovery. So because the muscle's been the hip's been so tight for so long, now that we've released it, the muscles don't know what's going on. So they're just sort of reacting with pain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that sucks.
That sounds right, but do you ever wonder with experts and professionals, people that are properly smart, like doctors, engineers, whatever, they stuff up and then they just spin you some yarn that sounds medically possible or physically possible, like that, oh yeah, don't worry, I've done everything right here and I haven't fucked you up, but there's a chance that completely naturally the hips are going to just feel painful and shocking after this. It's all good, it's for this other reason, but actually it's that's just a total spin from them because they've gone oh man, I should not have leaned so hard on this hip. I think I might have damaged it and just have to spin some yarn.
If he told me that if I went to sleep with a spoon on my head I'd wake up pain-free, I'd do it.
This is what I'm saying, that you got to trust them, but I mean sometimes I'm just not sure. Because you can't always be going in to get fixed up and come out feeling in worse pain than before. I'm sure the pain's going to improve and you're going to feel loose and fresh and whatever. But that's just my theory. All the doctor rogers and engineer rogers, let us know if that's something that you do just to cover your tracks anonymously, of course.
Yeah, of course, anonymously. And then the other 3 words of my weekly update is I think I'm slowly turning Italian.
That's not possible though, is it?
Well, I was thinking that. I was I wonder what it takes to become an honorary Italian. Because, I don't know, I've been upping my pasta game lately. And I'm starting to think I can make a claim.
Okay, so what's the pasta? Are we talking carbonara here?
I did actually, yeah. So, obviously I've made carbonara for years. And after doing Italy and, having the food and the carbonara over there, I'm you know what, fuck it. Why can't I try and make my carbonara better? So I've been doing everything I can to increase my game, and it's slowly getting there. I'm not saying I'm Italian yet. I just want to know what level I need to get to reach that honorary Italian status.
two things on this is that, one, Danny, my fiance, does not rate the way you make carbonara. And she's actually told people Dan's best mate makes carbonara by not splitting the eggs or something. Is that true? I don't want to out you here because you're talking a big game about being Italian, but all our Italian wreckers, I'm pretty sure he doesn't split the whites from the yolks or something. He just dumps it in. So, Dos, is that the case?
That is the case, and I just can't waste it, man. I don't want to waste it. It's good protein.
Eat the yolks. So I don't know which one you're supposed to keep because I'm not claiming to actually
I'm pretty sure it's the whites.
Carbonara. Okay,
Fuck.
so you anyway, whatever.
I think it is.
I'm not really sure, but anyway, the other thing I was interesting I just watched today. Funny you should mention that. It was Gordon Ramsay who went to Thailand.
Oh, Gordo.
Big Gordo, and he was like cooking up a meal for the monks in this kitchen with a proper Thai chef. And Gordon was like, mate, I'm going to make you my pad Thai and just tell me what you think. Because this dude is like the keeper of pad Thais, basically. He's like a top Thai chef. And Gordon makes this like really delicious looking, delicious sounding, great ingredients pad Thai. And this chef, like the look of actual genuine disgust. He was friendly and chatty beforehand, but the look of genuine disgust on his face when he's like, you call that pad Thai? Like that is, like that's good food or that's fine food, but that is a total like slight on my entire culture, basically. And Dos, to tie this into what I'm talking about, I feel like you're having a Gordon Ramsay moment with your carbonaras, and Italy is actually, they won't have ya.
Well, I need to do a course. I need to go back to Italy. I really wanted to do that, actually, do a cooking class. I'm going to start doing that, you know?
That would be so cool to like go to a country and just absolutely learn how to make their dishes because like that is a power.
Oh, that is a power move. That's definitely. I think that could be a road guide to cooking. That's a great one.
All right, whip it up. The other thing I'll just quickly say on this is that Danny's pesto is a certified Italian nonna's recipe, and it is phenomenal. We had a huge pesto chat at work the other day because I came in with it to have my leftovers, and good stuff. As far as for myself though, always an exciting week, always a busy week. You know how it is with me. You know how I deliver week in, week out. It's actually my first week back at work after 4 weeks off, and I am contractually obligated to not provide any further information about how that adjustment has been, going from being a free man for a whole month back to the not the shackles. Of course, they're not shackles of professional life, but let's just say it's been different and it's been an adjustment. Meanwhile, though, my life at home, there has been some excitement. Dos, in your apartment, how many brown snakes do you reckon you might come across in an average week?
Just probably 1 in the morning.
I feel like Jed is just losing his crap right now hearing that, and clearly you are too. But no, I've got a brown snake in my shed, and I scared it away the other day, not intentionally. I was sort of trying to get a good look at it, see how big it was, and it's only medium sized, and it slithered out underneath. And I'm like, sweet, saga over, brown snake's gone. Came back the next day and it's back in the exact same spot. And now I'm going through the difficulty of trying to remove it. Humanely, of course, because I actually love snakes. And I don't actually fear the brown snake. I want to say this as well, just so this is on the record and you can, show people this when I'm about to say happens. I reckon I'm going to get bitten by a brown snake. There's a very high chance. I really do. I'm totally at peace with it. I really genuinely think I am going to get bitten by a brown snake. I do think I'm going to survive because that's the attitude that you've got, that's the attitude a true bloke's got to have. You just will survive anything. And I will survive the brown snake bite. I can have a sick story. Hopefully no amputation or anything like that because, that can happen. But I reckon I'll survive it. That being said, I really do not want it in my yard or around my house because I've got a beautiful little doggy. I've got a fiance as well. I don't want Danny to get bitten, of course. But I mean, my little doggy could get bitten. And if my doggy dies because I didn't get rid of this brown snake, oofed. Because, bad things happen. Snakes are out there. Yeah. I understand that in the wild. But in my yard, in my house, no, not happening. So watch this space. I'm going to give you an update on the brown snake saga next week. And Dos, no more updates on your brown snake sagas, please.
That's fair enough. Well, do you want to know 2 fun facts that might help in your endeavours?
Let me hear it.
So, the smaller the brown snake, the more venomous they are.
Oh, bruh, that's not good. This one is small to medium.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd let you know, because I'm like, you definitely don't want to get bitten by a small one. And secondly, I don't believe they're territorial, so if you do scare it off, it's not like he'll come back, so you should be right.
Okay, well, it has come back once, but hopefully this time when we scared it away, we were trying to catch it, and it just absolutely legged it, slithered away. Like, it was really impressive. It used all the obstacles to its advantage and slid off. But I think we actually scared it, properly scared it. So watch this space, but hopefully there's no tragic update in a week.
Do you think, like, it came back the first time because it sensed weakness? And it sensed it could control the area?
No, I don't think that's what it sensed. I actually think it sensed a friend. I think it sensed my friendly... I was admiring the snake. I was like, snakes are beautiful. You know, they are really beautiful animals. And I think weakness or a friend, I mean, I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, I reckon you're flirting with the snake.
Oh, get out. I might have been.
We need to do a road guide to flirting.
Oh, true, because it's important that you do sort of give me a bit of a breakdown on flirting, because I may have been flirting with the snake successfully and not been aware, because my experience with flirting over the years has been, it's been mixed. It's been, you know, sometimes it's really good, but I'm not sure if that's because of the flirting, and we'll get into that a little bit later. And sometimes it's really bad, and it's the really bad times that stick in my mind. So that's where I feel like I can come from with some good advice, because I can put myself right back into that moment where, you know, I can feel the sweat sort of forming on my brow when I'm like, oh no, I'm bombing here, and this isn't good. But yeah, definitely do. I'm looking to get flirting tips from the master, because, you know, Dos, you are a bit of a ladies' man, a bit of a Casanova, and me, you know, as much as depends on what your measure of success is. You know, I've sort of sealed the deal, secured the bag a bit, but you're still out there in the world, you know, trying things out and testing new strategies. So I feel like I could potentially stand to learn something here.
Yeah, I reckon. It's an interesting situation because, like, how do you deem success, you know? Like, you're the one that's, you know, getting married, and I'm the one that's still out there. So, like, maybe you don't follow my advice and follow yours. So...
You know, though, I actually took a... Look, I was definitely flirting with Danny to secure the deal. But because I was, as mentioned in a previous episode of dating a coworker, because I was so concerned about there being a workplace incident happening where I misread, you know, whatever signs she was giving me, I took a no flirt approach, like strictly, and you know, I was like shooting things down or like being kind of, you know, obfuscating kind of things, but realistically, I was most successful when I didn't flirt at all, and I don't know if that's a tip. But it's one thing to keep in mind. Sometimes if it's meant to be, it's just meant to be. And no amount of, like, you know, being weak, having weak chat or having weak game, sometimes you can't help yourself.
You were sliding into the DMs, like finishing your sentence with, like, regards, Daniel Prosser.
There was no DM sliding happening. It was strictly like we'd hang out. We'd, you know, and then if I was sort of, we were traveling around to the outback, sort of going to different pubs each night, sort of thing for the road trip, and you know, just when things would start getting fun, I'd be like, "Yep, bedtime. Catch you later," because you know that's when it's the most dangerous. And but anyway, as mentioned in the previous episode, of course. But yeah, that's sort of my experience with flirting.
Yeah, well, I think step one, it's eye contact. Eye contact is the key to any flirting. Like, realistically, you can sort of say anything, but if you're making eye contact, it could feel flirty.
Whoa, you think sometimes that you both just, the sound disappears, you both lose sense of, like, hearing and sense of talking, and you're just basically looking at each other, uttering pure gibberish.
Exactly. Like,
Wow.
if you're making eye contact, it creates this tunnel where no one else is involved, and it's like there's sort of a couple of seconds, and if you hold it those extra 2 seconds, it just instantly just becomes a smouldering intensity, and that's the moment. That's the moment where you can say it.
Smouldering intensity. Holy, listen to you, dude. God damn.
I was pretty happy with that.
Eye contact is a really funny one though, because I'm a big eye contactor. When I'm confident, when I'm in the right place, but eye contact can also be like really intimidating, and you can be, you're really sort of staring someone down.
If they're not reciprocating.
I think of Darcy's eye contact, and that can be really scary at times. Really, really intense, with like not a smouldering intensity, more like a I'm in danger intensity.
Yeah, well, I actually got told off because I thought I was making eye contact, but like, so I don't know which eye you're meant to look into, because you can't look into both if you're looking at them if you're at a close proximity.
100%.
And then, this girl was saying that
do people notice when you're jumping between each eye, or do you focus on one eye?
Do they? I don't know.
Eye?
I will admit, I want to know. But I was getting in trouble. I was getting in trouble because she was saying that I was looking at her nose instead of her eyes. Because I don't know if I was trying to look between her eyes.
You might have been going cross-eyed trying to look at both or something.
Yeah, she's like, why are you looking at my nose?
You're like, she's worth me trying to look at both eyes, and just realised that, you went cross-eyed on the nose.
Yeah. So that might happen.
Was she self-conscious? Was she like, hey, can you stop looking at my nose, please?
A little bit, yeah. I was like, oh shit,
no.
what have I done? What have I done?
Yeah,
but thankfully, I followed some of the later steps, and it still managed to work the flirting magic.
All right. Look, I'm not sure what steps you're talking about, but my step 2 is to be good looking. Where I've got a feeling this is the step you were thinking of. Now, being good looking, it's something that you can really try and strive towards and to work on. It's a bit of a hack in all things in life. You sort of do get the benefit of the doubt sometimes. People don't think you're a bad guy, sort of thing. Same with flirting. I feel like there's like an opening window where like maybe your first few lines are just like utterly weak, and maybe you're shaking in your boots, sort of thing. But you get given that attempt just to try and get into a conversation. That's really important. It's not really a tip on flirting, and it's probably not something that you can necessarily improve. But it is something that really helps out. Is to not necessarily even know how to flirt, but a certain level of just people being attracted to you. It can help. It can help with flirting big time.
Yeah, I wonder if like the Rogers are sort of starting to understand that part of our like business plan for the podcast was that with every 3 episodes, one of the steps has to do with fluffing up our own egos. And this week we've got be good looking.
Yeah, it's an important step. It's important. Hey, we can't deny it as well. Good looking roosters. Gotta be real about it. I mean, I'm sure if we ignored this step, people would say, look, it's easy to say all these steps, but you gotta look at the facts here, and we're God's gifts. Let's face it.
Yeah, and you got to play to your strengths, and it just happens to be that our strength is level 100. So
Exactly.
Yeah, well, if you don't quite have good-looking attributes, or you're just not quite fully confident in how your flirting's going, well, step 3, physical touch. It's key to sort of understanding how your flirting's going.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Like, it's not
if they recoil, it's like, okay, hang on a second.
100%, to be fair. If they flinch, then you're in trouble. Don't do this in the workplace, that's for sure. But it's just a soft sort of physical touch, laugh at one of their jokes and then just like touch their head, or like ha ha ha, or if you're walking past them,
you big cutie.
If you're walking past them to like go get another drink or something, just like the soft
drop the shoulder
hand on the back, drop the shoulder, run through them, let them know that you're a big dog.
Yeah. Also, lets them know that you're not really seeing them, so they need to sort of up their game a bit. Yeah, it's a double whammy, that one.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're in like a really busy room, like the physical touch is just like bump them out of the way and just like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. And just sort of highlight that you're tall.
Which takes us back to step 2.
Yeah, we're back to step 2, baby.
Look, that's really good. I think physical touch is a really big one. I think the sooner that you can get there, not that you should rush it, because you can definitely whiff it and suddenly become a bit too handsy, but obviously reading the room. Actually, step 4, read the room. I think it's important, especially if you're going to be making physical touch and going on like that. You need to read the room, because I feel like there hasn't been a time, and I could be wrong on this, where someone has not been interested in me and I have not been able to tell, where someone has been like genuinely like, nah, man, like keep moving sort of thing. And I haven't been like, yep, all right, go, keep moving on, carry on. Plenty of fish in the sea. I'm okay. Get back on the horse. And you can find that out pretty quick. I reckon within 3 lines of like chat. The first line, maybe, they're caught off guard. So maybe that's why they're not super keen, like super ready to chat. And the second line, then you can sort of tell like, oh, they're actually sort of, really not keen. And then the third line, you can probably try and disengage. And if they don't want you to disengage, then it's good to go. But like, if you disengage and they're like, yeah, cheers, it's like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't bother. So read the room. Definitely don't want to be making mistakes. It's an important one in all circumstances, read the room, because as much as we do think we are God's gift, I know from experience, and Dos, I'm sure you do too, that not everyone likes us, man.
Oh, I do actually. As you're explaining that, I know a great example that I had. So most of my rejections when it comes to like reading the room is sort of when I meet footy players, like when I meet AFL players out. And I think it was a few weeks ago now, but I met Sam Frost from Hawthorn out, and I was just sort of chatting to him, and like his mates were there, and I was getting on well with him, but his mates were just like, just like toxic vibe. Read the room, like, come on, man, like move on, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they played for Hawthorn as well, and they were just like pissy that I wasn't giving them any respect. But I was like, nah.
Don't you know I'm the forward pocket? Like I'm a player too.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like Sam Frost is in the 6'4" plus club. I'm like, we're allowed to talk. You guys aren't there. Like, I don't care if you play for Hawthorn. If you're not 6'4", I ain't got time for you.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like that could be their strategy as well. Like Sam says to his mates, "Hey fellas, people are going to come chat to me, and I'm going to maintain my, there for the fans, there for the people kind of image, and chat back. But I need you guys to be as like, indirectly hostile as possible to make that a situation that most people would find themselves, quickly trying to get out of. So that could possibly have been absolutely good form from the lads there."
What? I wouldn't agree with that. Why would you turn on me in my own podcast?
No, Sam wants to be my friend, and these guys stop me because they're jealous.
Yeah, but Sam, like, maybe I should have listened to more of our steps and made more eye contact with the others in the group. Maybe.
Is your first example of flirting your chat with Sam Frost?
Yeah.
Wow. That's definitely a curveball. This is the road guide to picking up football players.
Well, I think that's an area where I sort of struggle more so in. So, yeah. Well, I like step 5 on that. Sort of on that note, actually, you just got to fear nothing.
Yeah, you
just
got to
be
get down
confident.
sometimes for sure. Yeah.
100%. As the great man Kobe Bryant once said, you miss every shot you don't take. So you just got to shoot. You got to shoot.
It's the Mamba mentality.
Oof, that's it. You just got to keep grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
For sure. No, yeah, I fully agree. You just got to keep going. Know when you're wanted, know when you're not. Don't push your luck. But just know that even if the person that you're talking to flirting with isn't the one, could be a good chat, could be fun. You never know. They could introduce you to the one. You just well, flirting, I don't think is always necessarily like sex orientated. You know, sometimes I think it's just good chat.
100%. Yeah. And like just practice. I've said this on other podcasts, I'm sure. Just practice on bartenders because they legally have to flirt back to you. So
it's in the contract.
In the contract.
Yeah. Yeah. And also they're really used to having drunk people sort of talk to them, so they know how to navigate it really well.
Yeah, just
and also they're probably busy, so they can just leave you at any moment to fill up another drink, and you probably don't have to feel like the crushing rejection. You think, oh, they're just doing their job, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a bit busy. I might just leave them to it.
Yeah. Oh, you know that was why. That was why he couldn't respond to my physical touch over the bar.
The bouncer's coming my way though. What's going on here?
Oh, I'm going to flirt with the bouncer now.
Oh, and the bouncer's using physical touch.
He's really good at this.
Oh, is he taking me home? We're heading to the door.
Shit. Like I said, fear nothing.
There you go. There's the road guide to flirting. Hopefully you learned something new. Maybe that's something that you think you could teach us. I mean, it's not going to work for me because I don't care, to be honest. I'm out of the game. But maybe you hear something we said and you think, oh, actually, Dan, you're giving advice that's like 5 years irrelevant. And Dos, here's some advice that's going to help you secure the bag. So let us know. Get on the Instagrams. Get on the social medias. Send us a message and we'll react to it and we'll read it out in the next step.
Perfect. Love it. And I might have a big call for us today.
Oh, really?
But so basically, I'm sure everybody's
No.
aware.
I don't know if we can. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna hit the road soon.
Oh, you could have just let me finish my sentence, but fucking whatever.
Okay, go, mate.
It's too late now. I was just gonna say we're clearly incompetent, and I had someone lined up, and then I told him no because I was like, nah, we're probably not doing it. And now that we're doing it, I think they've gone to bed or something because they're in the US.
Okay.
So it's a difficult time, though. Yeah, man, I bring exotic people to this podcast.
Nice, dude. I might try and get Danny on again, my fiance, my only friend.
that took 2 years to get her on once. But anyway, more importantly, everybody is in love with Dossel's Dosser. I've heard great reviews. And we have a bit more, which is exciting.
Oh, okay. Well, Dosser, what's your situation is your mate gotten themselves into this time?
So this time, my friend, they told me a story. So this isn't super recent, but it's very juicy. And I'm interested because obviously dating apps are fraught with danger. And this is a catfish scenario. So basically, they skipped all the normal steps that we say that you should do on first dates and all the rest of it, and online dating. So they've gone with the first date at their place, which is fraught with danger.
Whoa.
So this person's rocked up, and then the girl is well and truly catfished him, and probably used photos from a long time ago when she was a little bit healthier, and. Basically, he's like, all right, I have to get out of this situation now. And so I can't remember how long he was in there. I think he was in the house 20 minutes.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a bit of time where you can get a bit of an understanding of him. That first reaction, you know, the first impression, obviously wasn't a good first impression. And then he's explained that he's like, oh, sorry, I left my wallet in my car. And he's gone back to his car and then got in his car and drove off.
What?
Yeah.
From his own house?
No, he went to her house.
Oh, thank gosh.
Which, that is traumatic. Like, for everyone involved. Like, everyone's in the wrong in this scenario. Like, I don't necessarily have sympathy for either party because I feel like we've said in our online dating episode, you have to show what you freaking look like because that's the world we live in. Like, because you're running your risk for yourself. Like, you've set yourself up for this potential to happen. And then, obviously, from the, my friends' side of things, they've set themselves up to fail as well because they haven't gone to a more, neutral location where you can actually sort of take a bit more time to get to know someone. But yeah, going into the deep end at their place is fraught with danger. And this is clearly a shock scenario that did not work out for anyone.
I wonder, I wonder if he was like getting out to the car to like clear his thoughts.
Yeah.
The situation, or if he was just like, nah, I'm going to that car, I'm getting that car, and I'm driving off.
It's a bit of a coward's approach, I reckon. But then again, like, how do you have that conversation with someone when you're just not feeling it at all so early?
I definitely think, I mean, at the end of the day, both of them deceived each other to some degree.
Yeah.
And maybe the onus wasn't necessarily on him to be like, hey, not feeling the vibe, I'm just going to leave. Which probably, to me, is what I would have done. But in fact, I can't even talk my way out of this one. I would have just been like, it's been real, but I got to go.
Like, oh shit, I left the oven on. I've got to shoot.
I've scheduled another date for 7:20, so I've got to scram.
Sounds dull.
I wouldn't want to leave it hanging. You know, I'm a good bloke.
Yeah. You want to be honest. Gotta let her know what's up. Yeah. So that was my bit of juicy Dostal's gossip for this week.
The scandal, the life of city people dating just continues to boggle my brain. If you live in the city and you listen to this, how do you expect to find love? I just don't even know.
Mate, this was in the country, bro. No one's safe. No one is safe.
Wow. Was it a small town? Because like his house was probably like across the street or something.
Not necessarily a small town, but yeah, not a city.
Wow. Breaks your heart to hear it that these kinds of practices are seeping into the country where good-hearted, innocent folk, you know, should be able to live their lives in peace.
Yeah, definitely. Have you got anything else for us? Have you got any secret process segments that you've been hiding up your sleeve?
Oh, yeah, I do, mate. And it's called I Gotta Go to Work. So,
God damn it.
So I'm going to have to call it a day here, and it's been real. But once again, if you want to get in touch, suggest a road guide, something you need help with, or to critique our guide suggestions, absolutely open to hearing them. Jump on the Instagram. And of course, as Dostal would have you do, go on to Spotify and any of the streaming services. 5-star review, of course, and some kind words. And tell us in your review which one of us... No, don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm not
Ignore
ready for
that and just leave a review. No, I'm not ready for it either. If you could kill one of the hosts, who would it be?
Kill one, married one.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been real.
It's been real. It's been rogue.
Okay.
That's all I got. I don't know how to close that.
All right, let's work on that. That has potential for sure.
All right, catch you later.